So this thing, what is it? Well, it's an A2. In fact, it's an A1 that's been converted to an A2, that's been converted to an A3. There were so many weapons produced in the initial tranches that there was a large pool of weapons and spares to be converted. So there are no brand new production A3s, but the changes made, in some ways, they're less than the A2, but they are significant in their own way. So you have the improved internals of the A2. Critically, you have a new body, newly manufactured. And that was initially produced and fitted to some A2s as well, confusingly, without this other critical feature, this Picatinny rail, the American mill standard 1913 rail, now also a NATO standard, and that is welded permanently to the body. Mated to that rail that's permanently attached to the weapon is this new integrated handguard system. So this is the most visible and perhaps the most significant upgrade for the A3. Another HK design based on something they came up with for their G36, initially with little keyhole-shaped attachment points, and then with the slots, the M-Lok system, pretty much industry standard by this point. And here we've just got a strip of rail fitted to one of those slots. They essentially act like cooling slots of old, but they allow you to securely and repeatably fit accessories to the same point on the weapon, whatever you think you need, without that cheese grater effect of the old Daniel Defense rail that's still on many A2s to this day. We do get a reversion here to the old A1 flash suppressor. That's just the good old 1980s A1 muzzle device. In the interim, by sort of request from combat in Afghanistan, this Surefire design, the three-prong vortex design, was briefly used, but they kept having to take it off when the rifles came back to the UK. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, as it were. So that slightly more modern look that we could have had, not that looks really matter, was got rid of. There was a small change made here. There's a round peg there now, instead of the equivalent semicircle shaped feature here. You might not have noticed that. Well, that turned out to be critical. As these rifles matured, it was found that the change lever could over-rotate and cause some serious issues. So although you probably wouldn't experience that as an individual user, the decision was made to incorporate that into the A3 as well. So your TMH is also slightly different. Just a quick word on the color of the weapon. You will have noticed this if you haven't already. The rail, I believe it was a lighter green. It's gone to this dark tan, brown color, actually, like an earth brown, and the desert tan Cerakote overall. That was also found on A2s, but it was standardized on all A3s.